Hi, welcome to this video class. Today you are going to learn about physical and chemical changes of lesson 6. Just without any further delay, let us move on to the lesson. Yes. In class 6, you have studied about changes that takes place around us. So you have learned reversible changes and irreversible changes. So that which are called as the physical and chemical changes. So, you might observe many changes that takes place around you. So, these changes may include one or two substances. For example, if you want to drink a sugar solution, yes, your mother start preparing that. So, what are the ingredients that she used there? So, the substances that she uses is sugar, right, and water. So here two substances are mixed together to make a change. So making a sugar solution is a change. Then setting curd from milk is a change. So the lukewarm milk, when we add small amount of curd to that, it changes to curd, right? So changing of that curd is also a change. Souring of milk is a change. So it is somewhat slight sour to taste. Or the curd is sour to taste. As such, if there is a change in milk, so we consider it as it also a change. Then stretched rubber band, it also represents a change. So you might come across many changes that takes place around you. Now make a list of 10 changes you have noticed around you. So it is an activity. Before listening to the video, you just try to take a pause and just write 10 changes that you notice around you. So broadly, these changes are of two kinds. They are physical and chemical changes. Let us discuss in detail about the physical and chemical changes. And when can you say that the change has taken place? So firstly talking about physical changes. So now here are few examples. First is cutting a piece of paper. Take a square or A4 sheet paper. Try to make 4 square pieces out of it. Now lay them on the floor and try to just bring them together. Can you get the piece of paper as of the original one? Yes, can you get the original piece of paper now? Can you replace that as the original one? Then crushing a small piece of chalk piece. So there is a mistake here now, it's not paper, it is a chalk piece. So take a chalk piece, try to crush it into small pieces, add some water to that, make it into a paste and roll it again in the shape of a chalk piece. Can you get back the chalk piece again? Then melting of ice. Yes, take an ice cube outside the freezer, try to melt it down. Now replace that water in the freezer again. Can you get back the ice again? Boiling of water. When you boil the water, as you have seen studied in class 6, the process of evaporation, when you boil the water is getting converted into water vapor, isn't it? So can we bring back that water vapor into water again? Then heating of iron. So for this you just take a piece of blade, try to hold that with the tongues and heat it on a flame and see is there any change in color. Yes, it changes its color to red. Yes, after taking out from the fire, can we bring back the color to the normal color? Can we bring back the normal color again of the iron? See for the color change, is there any change in color? Okay, so in all these examples, whether cutting a piece of paper or crushing a small piece of chalk piece, melting of ice, boiling of water and heating of iron. So, can we consider all these as the changes? Yes. And here the properties such as the shape, size, color and state of a substance are called its physical properties. For example, in the first example that we have seen, the shape of the paper. When we cut that paper into different sizes, yes, is there any change in the shape of it? Yes, there is a change in the shape of the paper. And color, when we burn an iron, it changes its color. Then coming to state, when we boil the when we just take the ice outside, when we try to melt it down, so the solid is getting converted into, there is a change in state there, where the solid is getting converted to liquid, and liquid again when we freeze it, it changes to solid. So there is a change in the state of a substance. So all these properties, whether maybe a shape or size, color and state of a substance, we call them as physical properties. So here, is there any change in the physical properties there? So a change in which a substance undergoes a change in its physical property. So physical property, if there is a change in the shape of a substance, or if there is a change in the shape of the size, or if there is a change in the color of the substance, or if there is a change in the state of a substance. So as we call these as the physical properties, so any change in its physical property, we call it as a physical change. And all these physical changes, they are reversible. For example, in the previous examples that we have seen, cutting a piece of paper, maybe we can't get back the original piece of paper, but there is no change in the properties of the substance. No new substance is formed there in this example, right? Then crushing a small piece of chalk piece, yes, we can get back the chalk piece again. When we roll that, when we just mix it in water and roll it again and dry it out, we can get back the chalk piece. And melting of ice, yes, ice can be converted back into the water, and water can be converted back into ice again. So we are getting the original substance here. Then boiling water, through the process of evaporation, when we place a pan over the steam, you can see that this water vapor is getting converted into water vapor again. So there is a change in the state where we can get back the water again. Heating of iron, where there is a change in color, it changes its color to hot red. Then again it is converted, it just retains its original color again. So these are all the changes where we can see that there is a change in the state, color or size of that particular substance. So we call all these changes as physical change. So all this physical change is generally reversible. So the substances can be brought back to its original one again. So these changes are called as reversible changes. So in such a change, no new substance is formed. You can't see a new substance which is being produced there. So the substance itself retain its original properties. There is no change in that properties. Okay. So there is no new substance that is formed. So if there is no new substance that is formed, we say that those changes are physical changes. So now coming to another type of changes which are known as chemical changes. So changes are of two types. One is of physical change and the other one is the chemical change. In case of physical changes, you can see that there is a change in size, color, state and so on. So all that properties, but there is no new substance formed. At the same time, the substances or all those changes are reversible changes where the original substance can be brought back again. So those changes are called as the physical changes. But whereas in case of chemical changes, you can see that a new substance is being formed due to some chemical reactions that takes place. So here are few examples for you for chemical changes. Rusting of iron, burning of paper, spoiling food, corroding metal, fireworks, exploding. So these are all the chemical changes. So you just relate these chemical changes to physical changes and you just try to analyze yourself why these changes are called as chemical changes. So we'll discuss about the chemical changes in the next video. But you just try to analyze this example why these are called as chemical changes. Meet you in the next video. Thank you.